The newest exhibit at the Tampa Museum of Art features a small sampling of the roles played by animals in ancient life, myth, and art. Joining me today with details is Seth Pevnick, Chief Curator, and the Richard E. Perry Curator of Greek and Roman Art. Good morning, Seth. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Well, we are very excited to have you here, and we always love talking about new exhibits that are getting ready to open. So what is the most exciting element that people are going to get to see?
Well, there are a number of objects in this show, and some of them belong to the museum, so people will have seen them before, but I'm very excited that we have some big objects that are on loan from other museums. So those should be new for most of our visitors.
And you were telling me one of your favorites is actually one of these new items that people will see
absolutely.
right out of the gate.
So people probably know our museum for a lot of the painted pottery, the black figure and red figure pottery, and they'll see a lot of that. But a couple big things that we're missing in our collection are a sarcophagus. And so we have a nice Roman sarcophagus that's on loan to us from the Los Angeles County Museum of Art that has lions devouring antelopes or deer on the sides. There, you see it on the screen.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, very big and intense. It'll definitely grab people's eyes. And I think one of the exciting things about this show is that we see this artwork that's hundreds and hundreds of years old, and people may have difficulty sometimes relating, but then you see lions there, and that's something that people can relate to. And so one of the good things about this show, I think, is that it shows some of the differences, but also the similarities between life today and art today, and what the Greeks and Romans experienced so many years ago.
Well, and I know we've got another example. I mean, this is...
Yeah, so this is a bronze sculpture of a ram. This is on loan to us from the Hood Museum of Art at Dartmouth College. Many years ago, I was an intern at the Hood Museum, and they're closed right now for renovation, and so I was able to borrow a number of objects that would otherwise just be sitting in storage.
So kids, those internships really can pay off.
That's right. You never know.
Well, and I know we've got a few more examples of what people can see that we do want to roll in. And
yeah, so this is also from Dartmouth. This is another big object. This is about 6 feet long, 4 feet wide.
Wow.
This is a mosaic with a running dog on it. You can see a couple birds as well. This is a fragment from what would have been a very large floor mosaic. It came from Syria, probably from a villa there that had a very large floor mosaic showing a hunt, and this is just one little excerpt from that hunt.
You know, it's interesting. I'm glad you brought up that some people maybe think that they can't relate to these ancient pieces. However, I mean, with the animals, I mean, they're actually showing the celebration of the animals that they're around and their pets, and including this last picture we've got here.
And then this is one that hopefully people will recognize. This has been in the Tampa Museum's collection since 1986. This has an octopus on it. And so again, something that we relate to, but then if you look up on the shoulder, that's not a normal creature that you would see out in the wild. That's something that we call a siren. It has the body of a bird and the head of a woman. And so this is a reminder that everything was not the same in antiquity, right? So they had all these fantastic mythical creatures, sirens, sphinxes, centaurs, Pegasus, the horse with wings. And so these are things that you'll see in the exhibition also. So there's a taste of the familiar, but also something that's a little bit different.
I'll say, I think my Greek mythology education is starting to recognize some of those names. So you can really dust off and kind of learn about history of this exhibit as well.
Absolutely.
And you know, I'm curious too, what kind of impact has the animals had that you've been able to see on art, the art we appreciate from the past and what we see today?
Well, like I said, I think it makes things a little bit more approachable for people. So if you see horrible monsters that you don't recognize, that might put you off a little bit. It might excite some people. But then if you see dogs and you're a dog person, then it's a real connection, I think, and a reminder that some things haven't changed so much over time.
Well, let's go ahead and get to the details and when people can actually see the exhibit that you've got coming up starting today, correct?
Well, today is the sneak preview, so
oh, there we go.
I'll be giving a lecture. People are welcome to come to that. If you're a member, if you're a student, it's free. I think it's $5 for others. And then Wednesday morning, the museum opens at 11 a.m. every day. Wednesday at 11, it'll be open to the public. And then also Fourth Friday is coming up, which is a great celebration at the museum, along with a lot of other cultural venues downtown. And I'll be there 6 o'clock, I think, on Fourth Friday to do a little talk again about this exhibition.
I was going to say, we do have to touch a little bit on the Fourth Friday thing, because this is a great opportunity to see the museum as well.
Yes, so Fourth Friday happens on the fourth Friday of every month, so coming up now for August. The museum is open late until 10 p.m. It's pay what you will, so you don't have to pay. We hope you'll donate a little bit towards the museum. Sono Cafe is open, a great view of the river and of downtown Tampa, snacks and drinks, and all our exhibitions. So you can see this show along with our others.
Oh, thank you so much, Seth. We appreciate you coming in to talk about it. And we're going to go ahead and send it over to Carla.